Thank you, Bill. It's an honor to be here, and I want to thank all of you. The showing here is extraordinary. It's a great day to be in America, and that is critical. Without our employers, we would not, in fact, be able to fund and pull a force to defend our wonderful nation. Since 1972, when ESGR was founded, many things have occurred, adding more responsibilities for the Guard and Reserve. And I must tell you, the two units here today are exemplary in their service to our nation. So what I'd like to do today, we're going to have the national anthem. Would you all please stand? Oh, sir. Please be seated. Thank you very much. I would like to introduce our base commander here at AFRC Los Alamitos, Lieutenant Colonel Dan Fox.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here today. As Mr. Biscacci said, we can't do this without the support of the employers. I extend my thanks personally on behalf of my unit, this garrison, that you are able to allow the soldiers to work for us to come participate. Hopefully you'll get some experience of why they're a little delayed when they come back to work for you. Some of the non-flyers get a little ill. It takes a while for us to reactivate when we get off the road, but you'll hopefully enjoy the experience. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. This is very, very important understanding. And we train a lot more than we did 30, 40, 50 years ago. So your understanding and support are really appreciated, no doubt. I'd like to introduce now the commander of the 140th Aviation Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Clark Theodore. Sir?
I appreciate all the employers of the soldiers from 1st Battalion coming out to see what your soldiers do. But first, I'd like to thank the ESGR. We've been doing this in tandem with the ESGR for many years, multiple iterations, and it keeps getting better and better. And to date, this is the best one that we've done so far. So thank you very much. We look forward to a continued relationship with you. Just quick, the 1st Battalion, the 140th, is an aerosol battalion. Means we conduct full spectrum operations at the home front and overseas. Since 2004, we've deployed 4 times in those contingency operations, and your employees have gone forward to combat the enemies of the nation. But equally as important, in California, we've participated in multiple years of wildfires, mudslides, as well as supporting different communities that are affected by natural disasters like snow. So again, without your support as the employers to maintain stability, it is very hard for soldiers to come in and do their job and know that when that job is done, they have another job that continues to provide for their family. So we're very appreciative of what you extend to those soldiers in first battalion personal equipment. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Colonel Theodore. I'd like to introduce next Lieutenant Colonel David Lovett. He's the commander of the 640th Aviation Battalion. Sir?
640th Aviation Support Battalion, our role is support for our aviation brigade here in California. We truly appreciate the support of you being here. Our role is to support these aircraft with maintenance as well as the rest of the brigade for many other support-related issues. I just want to bring up the fact that these aircraft don't fly and we can't do all the contingency response things that we do without the support of families and employers. And you are a critical component of that. And I just want to point out the fact that these aircraft don't fly without your support. So we truly appreciate that. And I just want to echo again the support, the thanks for your support. The 640th Aviation Support Battalion has almost 500 soldiers. And on behalf of Command Sergeant Major Tablet and those 500 soldiers, we thank you for your support.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel Lovett. Next, we have a visitor from ESGR headquarters back east. His name is Mr. Bruce Townshend, and he, of course, looks and works for ESGR on a national level with large businesses, primarily our employer outreach. So Bruce, it's all yours.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, how many of you sitting out there want to keep listening to people up here speechify? So, right, that's what I thought. I'm going to make this very, very quick. First up, I just want to say, on behalf of our national chair, Ron Bogle, and on behalf of the Secretary of Defense, the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin III, really want to thank you for coming out today. Now, and gentlemen, thank you, the commanders, the base commander, thank you very much for hosting us. We in ESGR, we really can't do our job without the support of the military units, in particular in this case, the Army National Guard. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. And sir, thank you for allowing us to come on to your installation this morning. Can we have a round of applause for this guy? All right. I myself am retired from the Army Reserve. The Army Reserve and the National Guard were kind of brothers in arms. We just do things a little bit differently. ESGR, you already heard, started in 1972. We are a Department of Defense agency. I actually work for the Department of Defense. I'm the only one here today from ESGR who actually gets paid to do this. Mr. Biscacci and Mr. Wenger and all the other folks you see here from ESGR today with the little name tags on, they are all volunteers. They don't get paid to do this. That means that they're doing this as a labor of love. So please give them a round of applause too. Gentlemen, ladies, thank you very much. They really worked their butts off to pull this together. So all I want to really impart with you, you employers who on your payroll, you have members, your employees who serve in the Guard and Reserve, whether it's the Army National Guard in this case, or the Air National Guard, or the Reserve of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine Corps, the Coast Guard. We call those the 7 SEALs. They're the 7 parts of the reserve component. Without the support of you employers, those service members, those soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, and coasties, they can't do their job. And if they can't do their job, those reserve components really can't do their job. And here's the real kicker, folks. Without the reserve component, the active duty component, the active soldiers and sailors and Marines. They can't do their job either. The reason for that is in our modern military structure, the reserve component makes up just shy of 40% of the total force. That means that the Army can't do its full job without the support of the Army Reserve and the National Guard. The Air Force can't do its full job without the participation and support of the Air Force Reserve and the Air Guard. And likewise to the other services. You employers play such an incredibly important role when you give your support and your enthusiastic support at that to your employees who serve part-time in one of those 7 SEALs. So all of you employers, in my job as the Chief of Employer Engagement at headquarters ESGR, you folks are my audience. You folks are my stakeholders. I want to thank you personally and on behalf of ESGR. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you for coming out today. I'm almost done, I promise. You're going to have a great day today. A lot of you, how many of you have never flown in a helicopter before? That's a pretty good chunk of folks. You guys and ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have a really great experience today going up in a Black Hawk. And I know that our aviators are going to treat you professionally and show you around. For the rest of you who have, I hope you enjoy it. We will be here all day. We'll be here to talk with you about if you'd like to give more support, maybe become an ESGR volunteer, or maybe just find out what else you can do to be supportive of your employees who serve in the Guard and Reserve. We love having you here. Please come see me. I'll be here all day. I don't go back to Washington, D.C. until tomorrow. And on a side note, I spoke to my wife this morning, where we live just outside of D.C. They've got another 6 inches of snow and it's still coming down. I'm kind of happy to be here in Southern California this morning. All right, thank you very much for your time and your attention. I promised I wouldn't take up too long. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Biscacci. Joe?